Hi guys, Spink here. This is episode 53 of Let's Learn Ageod Civil War II, resuming where we left off, which was, I believe, getting Grant nearly killed. Okay, so anyway, watch last episode. Okay, so where are we at? Back in the east here. Let's see, we are in early October 1862. We just processed the turn and went through all of the messages, so we're ready to do orders. Down here at Richmond, we do have Richmond besieged, the little icon here. It is it's a sizable fortress here, I'm sure, so it's not going to be something that we're going to get in. Yeah, the Richmond fortifications here is going to provide a substantial well, they got a lot of stuff here. They've got the ironworks, manufactory. Yeah, I wonder if since we have, oh my goodness, they've been building. I wonder if since we have this besieged, if that production that these units are doing, providing war supplies and whatnot, and regular supply, if that's actually reaching, is available for the South to use for construction, for production. Don't know, might have to learn that for a production and recruitment tutorial. Okay, so we're going to put Sumner here on a defensive posture, and we're basically going to have him dig in. So he's going to dig in and hold this siege. In fact, why don't we, while we're at it, let's blow up the railroad that's here, and we'll besiege this this force. We're going to send reinforcements down to him. I want to have him. He's currently got 3 divisions. He can take 1 more division without penalty. So I want to give him 1 more division. Possibly put a 2nd corps down here too, to just get some force here. If you look here, Jackson's corps now, we see that his green bar here, his supply is finally going down. So he's now down to about 50% supply. So that's good to see finally. So hopefully we can get something going as far as that goes. Now, Sumner is here on the railroad itself, and we're just 2 away from our depot here. So I wonder if we're actually going to get supply down through here or not. I really need to get the supply tutorial made, and by which I mean I need to learn how supply works properly. These empty ones, I have learned, I think, that depots and empty supply wagons act as magnets as far as supply goes. They attract supply. We'll bring this one back up here to there, and these other ones should fill up in the interim. Let's see, this unit here, we're bringing up Whipple's corps, and that's not the right one. This one. We were bringing up Whipple's corps, and I accidentally targeted Franklin with him, I think. I'm going to bring his supply with him here. And we're going to send him here. And then here, I think. And bring this force here, which has got 2 more brigades, and the artillery that belongs to those 2 divisions, and we'll bring those down here as well. And that will make Whipple, where's Whipple? Mr. Whipple. We'll create him as a corps. He is now a corps within Banks's army. So that he should have no, yeah, he can easily take 2 more divisions even. But what I'm thinking here, as he moves up here, he'll get here next turn, and if Sumner gets attacked, he might be able to move in and aid that if it happens quite late. But I'm thinking I might move him all the way down here eventually. So we basically have this line here, and then yeah, we'll try that. Governor Warren, Governor K. Warren. We're going to bring him because he's got this defensive engineer, 10% defensive fire bonus, and 1 extra protection for the stack. I assume that means an entrenchment level. You just get it if you have him in your stack, so that's kind of handy. We'll bring him down there. Franklin, let's see. Franklin's dug in on a 5. Now, these guys, you would think if they were going to break out would go this way, which I have basically nothing there or whatever, be caught on the move. But I do have a core adjacent, 2 cores adjacent to that region. So if somebody gets attacked in that region, these 2 cores should move to their aid. And also whether Dix or McDowell here gets attacked, they should support each other as well. So that's my thinking here. Pack train number 13, they are good. Let's put you into 3rd Corps. Maybe this other one that I was going to send to McDowell, since he's already got one, let's give that to Sumner instead. Just cause, can we put him by rail? We certainly can. Okay, so let's get that turned off just so. Okay, so we have too many damn leaders here. Let me move these divisions up. Essentially, put these more senior commanders in charge of some of these divisions. Just because it just seems appropriate to me. So we'll give him that, and these, and let's just get some of these guys. Oh, Pleasanton, he should be in charge of a cavalry force. This cavalry force is starting to get, he's at half supply. Let's, while I'm thinking, destroy the rail that's here. Ensure he's on evade combat. He's on a retreat if engaged. And I'm going to send him to Suffolk here to get his supply back up, and then we'll bring him back around, or maybe just leave him down here. Yeah, why don't we just leave him down there? Let's send Pleasanton down to Suffolk as well. He can just make his way there. I'm sure these guys won't mind. And join him up with that little stack of cavalry we have down there, and just keep doing this. I'm a little concerned the way that the Confederacy is not reacting to this unit that's blowing up these railroads and stuff. So if that's the case, I'm going to stop doing it, just so I don't take advantage of a weakness of the AI, because I'm doing so well now. It needs all that kind of help. Let's see. I think that's good for up here. This guy needs a commander. What do we got here? Ian Franklin. Alger. Why don't we send this guy over, and he will be a commander of this force over here. And back in Kentucky, Kentucky was looking pretty good, or Tennessee down here. Now, hey, we're in Tennessee now. I'm going to put this whole unit together. I'm going to grab Kearney out and make him a corps. I'm just going to take all of these leaders and give them to Kearney. Or all the divisions, rather. Give them to Kearney. And make him a corps commander. Oh, I think that, yeah, definitely makes it an improved situation here. This brigade, we can actually, let's take all, whoops, that's okay, it's okay. Let's take all of the support stuff and give that to our combat. I think these are better used in the combat corps. Look at the corps themselves rather than in. Oh, we have multiple here. Yeah, we got more supply than brains here. We don't need all of this supply here. I'm doing much better in supply in the west than I am in the east as far as managing it properly, I think. Now what did I do? I apparently had a dumb spell. Okay, Army of the Tennessee, no. Oh, I see what I did. Let me see what I did. There we go. There. You're the army, and you are the corps. There we go. There we go. Now he is one higher. I think we can, yeah, we can definitely give this brigade to somebody. He's our weakest brigade, right? our weakest division. No, we can't give it to him. Why can't we give it to him? He's already got 16. Oh, he's already got 16. He's got 16. He's got 18. He's got 17. Well, let's rejigger these two divisions, and we'll sneak that guy in there a little better. All right. 1, 2, 3. This one we'll give him 1, 2, 3. Do we have any artillery? Yes, we do. We give one of them those two, and we'll give the other one these two. All right, 11 and 7. He's down low. What did I miss? Oh, he can use some more infantry. There we go. A little better. I've got 11 and 11, so they each can have 7 more. We got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, it can work. And you're at 16, and you're at 16, and we'll give you that one, and we'll give you that one. There. Okay, so that's a pretty good force here. We're going to have them on defense, a normal defense here. Again, with the army commander. I'm not entirely sure how that all works. We've got more leaders than we actually need. Provides a 1-point siege bonus to the whole stack when he is attacking forts. This applies to all elements in the stack. Let's give that to Kearney's Corps. Okay, and these guys will just stand around and make Buell look good. Alright, Mitchell, he is a cavalry commander. We're going to have to do something with him. Let's take old Sheridan here, bring him down to, no, I'm not, oh, you know what I ought to do? Since these units are adjacent, let's take Gilbert, this other guy here, who shouldn't be in the game as far as I'm concerned, because he was basically an accidental corps commander for a very short time. I'm going to put him up here. Combine him with Sheridan's division, make him a corps commander. In fact, why don't I do that? I'll make him a corps commander, and I'll target Sheridan's division. So hopefully he'll join in here, and they will be a corps, and then these two units will be mutually supporting should either one of them get attacked. Yeah, that'll work. Grant ended up here in Paducah. He needs to have a bit of a lie down after being roughly handled by Pemberton. So, yeah, he'll just kind of hang out there. And here's his other two buddies. So we didn't actually lose any of them, but they were all wounded, and their seniority's down. And I would not be surprised if I lost some stats on Grant here, because it's got him as a 374. I hope I didn't, you know. If you actually lose battles and stuff, you can have your stats go down, and if you win battles, they can go up. So these transports got blown all to wherever they got blown to. Let's put these guys in Cairo and let them recover. I don't know why I had them out anyway. So that gives us what? Foote's fleet with 3 ironclads. We have over here DuPont with many ironclads. 1, 2, 3. We've got down here, we've got 4 more. So yeah, now all I got to do is figure out is start using them offensively, instead of being just totally reactive and on defense like I've been. Let's put them on, give them this bombard order, fleet bombardment. He's got plenty of ammo. This guy's got plenty of ammo, as does this one. Let's give him fleet bombardment too, should something happen. Fremont, his army's coming down. Whoops, let's put him on that. He's got 2 divisions that are a little under strength. This one's lacking artillery. I believe we've got a lot more forces that we've been building that are going to come available, and we can, let's take a look here. Yeah, a lot of stuff we're building in Wisconsin and Illinois. A lot of artillery coming in there. Okay. That looks good. This is another bright spot. I think we're basically got Hardy on the run. He came up here to attack Fayetteville, and while Lyon had gone off here after Fort Gibson, and while I was doing that and thinking about coming down this way or whatever, Hardy took a run for Fayetteville here, and Ricketts came down from clearing Fort Wayne and intercepted him just in time and drove him back. And then Lyon got here, and then we defeated him here and drove him back into Fort Smith, if I recall. I may be remembering that incorrectly, but we're at half cohesion, but so is he. He's got one division potentially, and we have 2 divisions, but that doesn't mean that they are equivalent. So let us put him on attack. He's Lyon. He's a hothead, right? He's charismatic. Oh, I thought he was a hothead. He's charismatic. Yeah. Let's have him attack. Let's take Ricketts up here. What's Ricketts here? He's reckless. Yeah, get in there. We want reckless guys there. Okay, these guys again. I seem to have got the supply situation down pretty well in the south, or in the west anyway. Up here we had our Indian Home Guard units here. Got here just in time to. I don't believe he got there in time to do the battle. Let's bring him to Fort Smith, so that we kind of have some garrisons across here. Should I keep these guys in Lexington? I'm going to bring him across to Lawrence. And this unit here, Asboth's force, that we had recovering in... we had these guys recovering in Lawrence here. And you can see we don't have... We've only got 18% of our ammunition. We're not getting any ammunition from here. So Leavenworth has some ammunition, so we'll go back to Leavenworth with this guy and continue our recovery of them, but also so we can get some ammunition supply on them. The Indians up north in Minnesota. Alright, we have our force has arrived here. We have these 3 infantry brigades, and we have Alpheus Williams. Our supply situation, we're only at 50% supply, so I think we need to sit tight for 1 turn and then come south and go after these guys. So while we're thinking about it, we do have that 35% command penalty, so let's make Williams a division commander, and we'll combine these into a division, and we're down to 10%, so that's going to be a plus for us. Okay. Now, one thing about the Indians that I did learn is each of these Indian villages correspond to a particular tribe, a particular band of a particular tribe. These 3 here, for instance, are 3 different bands of Santee. And if we, those missions that we were putting against these Indian encampments in the hope of reducing their warriors out here, we really need to target the village that belongs to that particular warrior. So we've got to figure out who it is we're actually fighting here and then go after their village. Okay, let's look down here in New Mexico. Looks like we're doing pretty good down here. Supply situation could be better. Let's see, he uses 17 a turn and we have 39. So we've got 2 turns left of supply. Let's bring that back to get recovered. Canby, I'm going to put him on an offensive this turn because I think we can take El Paso. We're going to give it a shot anyway. And the same with Carson here at Fort Thorne. We're going to try to do some assaults here. Back here we have one of our pack trains has been resupplied. We're going to send him back down here to Canby. Let's see. Scoot you over out of my way and then up and take you off of offensive, by the way. Put him on passive there, that way, so I can actually target Canby and get him into the same stack. Okay, what else we got going out here? Yeah, we've got this partisan unit is basically going to be our garrison here. We do have an Indian force up here in western Arizona. Pimas and Apaches. So that's probably an Apache unit up there. We were recovering some cohesion on these. We're going to put them now on, well, I guess let's leave them on defensive while they're moving, because this is harsh weather, harsh terrain, because it's the desert. So we're going to move up here 26 days. It'll take us 2 turns to get there, and we're going to minimize the cohesion hit we take in the process. In fact, let's even put them on passive while they're in motion, and hopefully that will give us the least cohesion hit as we go through there. These look to be more Southwest Indians, Apaches again it looks like, and Utes. Okay, so that's that. Let's go through them stack at a time and see what's going on here. This pack train is just going to sit tight here and continue to recover supply. It looks like we're doing pretty good at recovering supply just sitting here without having to go all the way back. So I'm going to try that and leave those sitting there and see what that does. And otherwise, I think I need to actually build a depot here in Pinos Altos, so that it'll attract supply down there. Because this little from here to here takes quite a bit longer than to go from here to here. So it's apparently you can set these little connector points by how many days of travel it takes to get through them. So, anywho. Forging ahead, we got him set. These were the units that ran that cavalry off. So let's put them back down in here as our garrison. Morton's brigade is a garrison of Springfield. Can be here. He is doing his assault. This is a garrison of Fayetteville. Let's put them on that. We're going to have Lion attack here. This is our division. He's just going to sit tight and get resupplied and then head south. Pope has got the only force left of this army, because I got the other 2/3 of it destroyed due to a slight case of incompetence. So what are we going to do? Let's take these other 2 leaders. What's he got? If he's in command, all elements of the stack. So we'll leave him here because that makes our artillery better, but we'll send that guy back there. Halleck is our trainer if he is in command of the stack. So let's take all these other units and send these guys into here, so he'll be able to use these artillery to reinforce us should we need to. I don't believe we've got any room left in this army. No. So we'll sit tight with those. French here will increase our artillery, 20% combat bonus for all of the artillery units we happen to have here, which is these 2 it looks like. Okay, next. Rosecrans, we got him taken care of. Halleck, you're just going to hang out, I guess. You know, he has, what else has he got here? A good administrator, a master logistician, training officer. Training officer is really the only thing he's got that really works for us at this point. I'll just leave him there for now. Contrabands, I can't do anything. Cavalry out here. He was kind of trailing this dude to see if we could figure out what they were. His supply is good. Let's bring him down here and see if we can learn a little more about this guy. We have our, oh yeah, this is what we've been trying to get a hold of this dude. He's just being annoying. So I'm going to grab him again with this. And what are we here? We're here in 10 days. Let me target you, see if we can get him. Put him up to an attack posture. Stevens, south of Murfreesboro. Okay, we want to blow the railroad. The railroad is blown here. The railroad is blown here. And his supply situation, he is out of supply. He is out of supply. So they're going to start taking hits this turn. Let's get him not through there probably. Let's see if we can get those guys back in a state where they can get some supply. I think that might work. Alright, next. This is Kearney. Yeah, he's now the corps commander here that is going to, he is besieging Nashville. What do we have here? Now we have 2 entrenchment on this guy. So what I'm thinking about is we don't know this guy's strength very well. He might just have Longstreet's core here. I think he does. Let's see if we can do an assault on Nashville and just storm it. I don't think they have a lot of force here. 2 militia units. Or it looks like a militia garrison, and then Van Dorn has a couple weak units here. I was hesitant to do an actual assault here on the thought that this might have a higher force, and if they attacked me while I was doing that, I would not have the benefit of my entrenchment here. It's mud, so if they move in, they'll have a cohesion loss from doing so, and I don't think he's very strong anyway, so I am going to see if I can have I don't know if it matters if what the army stack he's on, but I'll try it that way. Try it that way and see if we can take Nashville. That's the plan. And I think with this plan I have very little chance of getting Kearny's Corps destroyed. So there's that. Yeah. Yep. What's this? Provides 1 experience point to every turn to all the units in the stack he's in. And it's not if I'm commanding them either. Oh, that's awesome. King. Put him in with Kearny's Corps. Okay. Should always watch what your ability's doing, whether they're a stack level ability or a unit level ability, or whether or not they require the leader to be actually commanding the stack. So for instance, well, where's one here? Is that a unit ability? To all elements of the stack. So Indian fighting skill, where I believe we're getting this from McCook here, this Indian fighting skill, and this says this ability applies to all elements of the stack. Oh, that is another stack one. Where's one that's just a unit one? There we go. This sharpshooter ability that I don't know if we're getting this from Russo himself or if no, it's not coming from Russo. It's coming from some unit. Oh, probably the sharpshooters. Yeah. This applies to all elements of the unit that this element is in. So it's going to apply to this whole division. So that's handy. So it's a good idea to check these out and see what they do. This applies to all elements of the stack. Cool. Elements of the stack, elements of the stack, 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 stack. Oh, so we got this guy training and this guy training. So we might actually see some good happen here with some of our units. No, nobody's got any experience. I think they have to be sitting still for a turn. I'm not sure. Okay, anyway, I digress, as they say. So we've got that going. Hunter, I gotta figure out what to do with. Oh my gosh, they're getting a sizable force here. Maybe what we're gonna do with Hunter is take him out and send him somewhere where he can be useful. You know, occupying Beaufort isn't really doing me a great deal of good here. I'm learning though. I was thinking about starting up a game as the Confederacy, just to see it from the other side, and also to see what the AI does with the naval units, and maybe I can learn something from that. Okay, we're going to bring Butler up here, and maybe bring him. Well, let's not get hasty here because we do have a good sized force here. We don't want to just have him sneak back behind us. Okay, so he'll sit here. Let's leave him on defensive though. Okay, so that looks good for them. I think our supply situation here is good here. Yeah, huge amount of supply in Norfolk. Okay. This is the Norfolk garrison. We'll just leave them on there. Sumner is besieging. We're going to leave him right where he's at. McDowell, he's besieging this guy, so we're calling that good. Heinzelman, just going to hang. Dix. Looks good. Shirts cavalry. We came over here for what reason? I don't remember. Maybe to just hold Staunton. We do have a militia unit there. I think that's a militia unit. Yeah, it says militia, but I think that little symbol actually is militia. Next, this is our Staunton garrison. Supply wagon currently sitting in Spotsylvania. This is Spotsylvania. Okay, so we're going to let him sit there and get resupplied. Put them on passive. Franklin's Corps. Additional command if he's leader of the stack, and he also has that entrencher ability. That's nice. Strong morale and sharpshooter. I think that applies to the units that make him up rather than what he currently has. I'm going to give his units all to Reynolds or Meade here, since Meade is senior. I'm just going to make him that division commander. Just cuz. There we go. So he's got all the, yeah, those were due to the unit. So Runyon really doesn't have anything. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So we've got a decent core here. We can grab 2 more. Yeah, I think we're good. We're good here. Okay, next. This is a unit that is just hanging out here in Strasbourg. He needs a leader. Did I move a leader? Yes, we did. We moved a leader. Okay. We have 2 artillery sitting here. I think I'm going to put them with McClellan and use him to bring up more, to gather our forces, and we'll build the divisions up here. Do we have extra leaders? Probably. We'll send these 2 guys back here to, probably got a bunch extra somewhere else too, yeah. We'll send these guys back and get some divisions formed up. That's the plan, anyway. What's next? We have some artillery here in New Jersey, as well as some artillery in New Jersey. Okay, good. We're going to railroad these down to McClellan, and hopefully there is some infantry coming around as well. Well, we've got some more artillery. What I need to do is build my artillery and my infantry at the same time, so I have divisions to deploy instead of like, oh, I need artillery, here's a bunch of artillery, oh, I need infantry, here's a bunch of infantry. Next time, right? Okay, we have another, the Paper Collar Brigade. That sounds familiar. I think I've heard of them. Yeah, Vermont. Let's bring those guys down to McClellan for inclusion in a division. There's Kearney, right? Foster. These are just the, I'm going to put these guys on sentry so I don't have to dig through them all the time. You're good. And that's it for our units. What are we down? We're at 34 minutes. Better get my butt in gear. I got to do something with him. Yeah, I say this every turn when we look at this guy. I say, yeah, I got to do something with him. Atlantic Squadron looks good. Blockade Squadron here. What was I looked at before? I'm not sure what that was. Atlantic Blockade. That looks really good. What was I? Saw something before. Transports. I skipped them though. What was it? Were they in one of these boxes? I don't know. We'll get back to him. Get back to him. Palmer, he is out here defending everybody against the predations of whatever, which I don't think there's anything out here. Well, they could be stacked under here for all I know. We'll just sit tight. These guys are doing fine sitting there. This is a, yeah, their cohesion's down. Let's put them into port. And we have this force here. We have the Monitor. This is a blockade force. I think they're doing okay. We have Foot's fleet here, and they're just essentially preventing these guys from crossing the river, I think. Well, that's okay for now. Same with DuPont and Porter. Yeah, we're just doing this totally wrong, I know. Okay, these blockade flotillas have... Oh, good, 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 good. Now we can bring 2 blockade flotillas up to the Gulf blockade. Looks like one of them we sent out there to get healed up, and the other one I think we sent down. And looks like they ended up in the same spot, so that worked out nice. We have a fleet here. What was I going to do with these guys? I don't even remember. They're in Fort Monroe. I have some ironclads here. I wonder what would happen if I brought my ironclads up here. What that would do. Let's take these guys and stick them with those ironclads. And then we'll run them up to Richmond, and just for a little, a little howdy. All right, that's good. Okay, so that's time for this episode. I have to do the building. We're going to build more infantry. I think we built a bunch of infantry last turn. Next turn we got a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 infantry and 2 artillery coming in the west, and I'll send those down to rebuild Grant's Corps, as well as more stuff. We were behind already, and now we're behind her. Let's see what we can do here real quick. I think we're good on the river pool and the rail pool. We can't do anything there. I think we've got more of these supplies than we can use. I mean, they're constantly getting sold off on us, so that's probably fine. Can't do anything there that is any value to us. Regions, objectives. What are we looking at? National morale was 100. Wow, and see, ours was ahead. Theirs was down 90 something. So we lost that 12 morale from that battle, and they gained it. So that puts them with both their morale and their victory points ahead of us now, and I'm sure they got a big chunk of victory points from destroying all those units. So now each turn again that's going to be ticking more to their side. So there's that. We should take El Paso, which should help. We'll take Fort Ridgely back. That will help. We did take Norfolk. I don't know what else might be in. Well, Richmond is potentially in our grasp, so we'll see. Famous last words. Okay, so with that, I'm going to call this episode to a close. Thank you for watching. See you next time.